Welcome to Women Tennis USA. I am Mary Carillo. Tonight, the sound you might expect to hear is not the thud of a tennis ball echoing inside a packed stadium, but the softer rhythm of waves rolling onto white sand, the breeze coming off the Indian Ocean, and laughter carrying across one of Australia's most recognizable stretches of coastline. In Perth, where sport and summer often blend seamlessly, Coco Gauff and Fritz arrive not just as elite competitors preparing for the United Cup, but as ambassadors of the game, bringing tennis flair to Cottesloe Beach and transforming an iconic seaside landmark into a playful, sunlit stage. The image itself felt symbolic. Cottesloe Beach, long celebrated for its natural beauty and relaxed Western Australian spirit, became a meeting point between professional excellence and youthful joy. There were no lines painted on the sand, no rigid boundaries, no chair umpire perched high above the action. Instead, there were smiles, curiosity from onlookers, and a reminder that tennis, at its core, is a game meant to be shared. Coco Gauff arrived with the energy that has defined her rise in the sport. Still remarkably young, yet already carrying the composure and presence of a seasoned champion, Gauff has become one of the most recognizable faces in American tennis. On the sand, she looked at ease, barefoot, racket in hand, absorbing the warmth of the sun and the attention of fans who gathered quickly, drawn by the sight of a Grand Slam champion hitting balls just steps from the ocean. Fritz, equally relaxed, brought his own brand of calm confidence. Known for his powerful baseline game and steady demeanor, Fritz appeared comfortable in the unconventional setting, trading shots with Gauff and occasionally glancing toward the water, as if acknowledging the novelty of playing tennis where surfers usually dominate the scene. Together, they represented a new generation of American tennis, one that blends professionalism with approachability. This was not about winning points or perfecting footwork. On sand, precision gives way to balance, and movement becomes playful rather than exact. The ball behaves differently, the footing challenges even the most trained athlete, and the laughter that follows a misstep feels just as important as a cleanly struck forehand. For Gauff and Fritz, the session became a celebration of adaptability, a lighthearted reminder that tennis skills can shine anywhere. The United Cup, which brings together men and women in a unique team format, is designed to showcase not just competition but connection. What better way to underline that message than by placing two of America's top players in a setting that invites community interaction? Beachgoers paused their walks, families gathered with phones raised, and children watched wide-eyed as world-class athletes played the same game they might enjoy on a neighborhood court. Coco Gauff's presence carried particular resonance. As one of the most influential young athletes in the world, her ability to connect with fans extends beyond trophies and rankings. On the sand at Cottesloe, she greeted spectators with warmth, answered questions, and showed a side of herself that television audiences do not always see during the intensity of competition. It was a reminder that her impact goes far beyond match results. Fritz, too, embraced the moment. His role as a leader within American tennis has grown steadily, and appearances like this reinforce his place not only as a competitor but as a representative of the sport. By stepping outside the traditional confines of the court, Fritz helped illustrate that tennis belongs everywhere, not just within stadium walls. The choice of Perth as the backdrop matters. Western Australia has long embraced sport as part of its cultural identity, and tennis holds a special place here. The city's summer climate, open spaces, and relaxed atmosphere make it an ideal host for events that blend elite competition with public engagement. By bringing Gauff and Fritz to Cottesloe Beach, organizers tapped into that spirit, creating a moment that felt both organic and memorable. As the sun climbed higher, the scene took on the quality of a postcard. The bright blue sky contrasted with the white sand, and the ocean provided a constant, shimmering presence just beyond the improvised court. Each rally drew applause, not because of its technical brilliance, but because of the joy it represented. This was tennis stripped of pressure, reconnecting with its playful origins. For Coco Gauff, moments like these serve as a bridge between her life as a professional athlete and the broader world. She has spoken often about the importance of enjoying the journey, of staying grounded amid the demands of the tour. On the beach in Perth, that philosophy was visible. She smiled easily, joked with Fritz, and seemed to savor the chance to engage with fans in such an open setting. Fritz mirrored that ease. Known for his analytical approach to the game, he appeared content to let go of structure for a while, adjusting his strokes to the sand and laughing when a shot went awry. It was a reminder that even at the highest levels, athletes benefit from moments of levity, from experiences that break routine and refresh the mind. The United Cup itself stands as a relatively new addition to the tennis calendar, and its emphasis on mixed-gender teams brings a different energy to the sport. By pairing men and women from the same country, it highlights unity and shared purpose. The beach appearance by Gauff and Fritz reinforced that concept, showing them not as isolated stars, but as teammates, representing the United States together. In a sport often defined by individual achievement, these shared moments carry weight. They humanize players, making them accessible and relatable. Fans who watched Gauff and Fritz on the sand may later see them on a hard court under stadium lights and feel a deeper connection, having witnessed their lighter, more spontaneous side. Cottesloe Beach has hosted countless gatherings, sunsets, and celebrations, but this moment added a new chapter to its story. Tennis balls bouncing on sand, rackets cutting through salty air, and elite athletes embracing an unconventional stage created an image that will linger long after the players return to traditional courts. As the session continued, conversations flowed easily. There was talk of travel, of adapting to time zones, of the excitement surrounding the upcoming competition. Yet none of it felt rushed. The beach setting encouraged a slower pace, a chance to pause before the intensity of the United Cup begins in earnest. For Coco Gauff, the transition from playful beach rally to high-stakes match is one she has learned to manage with remarkable maturity. Her ability to compartmentalize, to enjoy moments like this without losing focus on her goals, speaks to her growth as a professional. Observers could see that balance in action, a blend of joy and purpose. Fritz, approaching his prime years, brings a steadiness that complements Gauff's youthful exuberance. Together, they embody different stages of a tennis career, yet share a common commitment to representing their country with pride. Their appearance in Perth was a subtle statement of that commitment, a willingness to engage beyond the baseline. The fans who gathered on the beach reflected a wide range of backgrounds. Some were dedicated tennis followers, aware of rankings and recent results. Others were casual beachgoers, drawn simply by the excitement of seeing famous athletes in an unexpected place. For both groups, the experience offered something special, a reminder of sport's ability to bring people together. In moments like these, tennis reveals its broader cultural role. It is not just a competitive endeavor, but a shared language, one that can be spoken anywhere, even on sand. Gauff and Fritz, by stepping into that space, helped translate the sport for a wider audience. As the rallying wound down, the sense of anticipation for the United Cup grew stronger. This playful interlude served as a prelude, a way to set the tone for competition that promises intensity, national pride, and memorable matchups. By starting with joy, the players and organizers underscored the idea that sport thrives when it balances seriousness with celebration. Coco Gauff's influence, particularly in women's tennis in the United States, continues to expand. Her presence in Perth resonated not only with fans but with young players watching from afar. Seeing her in such an open, approachable setting sends a powerful message about accessibility and inspiration. Fritz's role alongside her reinforced the idea of partnership. In a mixed-team event, mutual support becomes essential, and their easy rapport on the beach hinted at the camaraderie that can strengthen a team's performance. It was a small moment, but one rich with meaning. The ocean breeze eventually signaled the end of the session. Rackets were set aside, photos were taken, and conversations lingered. Yet the impact of the moment remained, carried forward by those who witnessed it and by the images shared across screens around the world. In Perth, tennis found a new court, if only for a morning. Coco Gauff and Fritz turned Cottesloe Beach into a space of play, connection, and anticipation. As the United Cup approaches, that image serves as a reminder that even at the highest levels, the heart of the game beats strongest when it is shared openly, joyfully, and without boundaries. This is Women Tennis USA. I am Mary Carillo, and this is the story of how tennis met the sea in Perth, setting the stage for competition with a moment of pure, sunlit joy.